About 5 years ago, when we started all this prospecting stuff, we found out that we needed an extreme four-wheel drive machine to get the places we needed to get to. And so we got a Can-Am Commander. Loading one of these things up is always a little bit of a trick. You got to stab it exactly right, and oftentimes you're loading and unloading in the dark because you got a long trip the next day. Good enough for now. Yeah, this thing's still dusty.
That's one thing that Route 66 is known for.
Took about all day to get out of Texas.
Same place.
And I stayed overnight
Tourist traps abound.
near
This is one of
Tucumcari,
my
New Mexico,
Atlantic Ranch.
and
Get the Atlantic
then hit the road
Pass
early
it.
the next morning.
And there's still snow.
And this is around Klein's Corners,
Distance up there.
in Mexico.
Wow. This is early.
I had to stop in Albuquerque.
Snow here
Two things went
on
wrong.
the mountains
I
of
had
Albuquerque.
a water faucet
So we're
explode,
about there.
and on a prior
3
trip,
more miles to go.
I had hit something on the road and ripped the gray water line out from underneath the trailer.
Have a faucet.
So that had to be replaced, both of them. And I did this in the Home Depot parking lot. And I got the faucet installed nicely, it worked. And then I had to rebuild the gray water line using PVC. It's normally made out of plastic, it's one single piece. Heading north out of New Mexico into southern Colorado, you come up on the Ute Indian Reservation, the Black and Ute Mountains. That means we're not far from our destination. Hello everybody. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a little testing, a little bit of prospecting with the Gold Buster. And we're down here at the river. You see it? And we're hollow water. Fortunately, this only takes like 10 gallons. I got 4 buckets, so I'll have more than enough to do it. And I already know where some gold is, so we're gonna go digging that for a while, just to make me feel a little bit better today. Run a few buckets through it and get some color in a vial. And if I get that, then I'll feel better. We'll all feel better. So, and I get to test my fine gold equipment out on the middle table while I'm in the RV tonight. Kind of glad I got the big shop back though, because I can suck anything out of that carpet now with that, you know. And yeah, I can use it with the holy moly. Well, we are in Colorado, finding gold in Colorado, prospecting and having a good time. See you guys later. So the Gold Buster is a self-contained little unit, and I inherited this because a friend of mine kept some more expensive equipment of mine when our partnership broke up. So I'm going to use his stuff. There's 2 buckets of material. I'm about to turn the little machine back on and go to work. Here we go. I don't have a cameraman, you see. So if I want to do video for my own entertainment and memories, what am I going to do? Did even water flow the way? All the bubbles out. I didn't bring my Alright. fine material. You don't need to classify this because you got this little screen classifier in the back. You don't have to worry about organic because they all there's no nozzle to worry about. Clean up with these little small prospecting sluices like the Gold Buster are usually pretty quick and easy. A couple of wing nuts on this one and the thing comes apart, you know. You wash out your mat up top, your expanded metal and the miner's moss. You know, wash out good on the inside, catch all your concentrates in your pan, in your big pan, and then you wash them all into a bucket, you know, being careful not to spill any of it, and then process those concentrates later on. Put it all back together and go back to work. That's really all there is to it. The take from the first day. That's enough to put a smile on your face. And an added bonus of a bunch of fine gold, which is going to be more thoroughly processed. I would say it doubled the amount of free gold we found in a pan that was easy to suck out with a snuffer bottle. This place has been sampled, but it hadn't been worked for whatever reason. Somebody dug here. They got a pretty good dig hole, you know, but they didn't set it on a big operation. And judging from the, you know, where the gravels start on this bar, where the bottom of this hole is, and minus the mounds, they might have took it someplace and ran it, or they might have had a pilot playing around. I don't see any tailings around, but I might have just panned it. I don't know, but they didn't find what they were after, at least not enough of it. God knows. But the gold price is a lot higher now than they used to be, so I'm going to take this over to my little sluice site and I'm going to run these 3 samples. First I'm going to go get my pans and get my gold out of that little pan from yesterday. And then I'm going to set up and run. And then I'm just going to set up and run, period. So we'll figure out what we're going to do. This is the prospect that I was discussing. Ain't that a pretty sight? All right, here we are with our little Gold Buster again. And here we go, Gold Buster, and that's the RVH prospecting. It's the Gold Buster, accepting invitations. All righty, so I'm about to start throwing some dirt in here. And I'm going to try to do this one-handed so you can see how this little machine works. This is China 1. Why I call it that, I don't know. Might be because I had to dig in China to get it. So now we're setting one machine for new material. There we go. Ain't that a wonderful little high bank? Go! Get it away. Very careful not to damage our carpet. Catching stuff already. That would be cool. Here, grab another scoop. So you gently work that around. Work itself out. Always get the bath. All this, there's just a little bit of mat that's made into the Gold Buster at the top, and you know, you can see stuff catching it when you're in good gold. I would use something different, but hey, when I budget into things, it's fine. And you don't have to feed as fast as I was feeding a while ago. This thing could probably use a nice little spray bar. Make sure that rock gets a good bath. There we go. Let it come on down. And we'll have a nice little tailings pile starting to build in the end of the morning. You're not going to run a lot of material this way. And when placer mining, you know, that is, don't you? Right there. See if I can put my finger by it. Right there. Yeah, that's some shiny caught in the mat. There's several pieces of shiny in here. Micron shiny. I was going to do a modification to the Gold Cube, so I had to drive over the mountain to Montrose. Unfortunately, weather started moving in, and well, there you go. And the wind was so high in these passes that it grabbed one of the trays of the Gold Cube and blew it overboard. And once that thing hit the pavement, that was the end of that. So that was the purpose of this trip. And then ended up not having the Gold Cube to use anyway. One of the most amazing things about Colorado is the abundance of wildlife. Elk and mule deer like these, we call it the evening of the home. Finally got around some serious sluicing using my Keen sluice. This is a little 7-foot sluice, power sluice with a beach box. You can sit there and shovel material all day through it, you know, running by the river. And usually, except for these dense clays, as fast as you can feed the thing, it'll eat it. It'll run about 3/4 ton an hour, 3/4 of a yard an hour, more of that. And I probably had the pitch set too much on this one here with running Miracle Mat. I don't know if I'm exactly satisfied with that mat setup at this point, so we're going to be experimenting with different types of mat. But it was a nice day. For those of you who don't know, this is a miller table. Now, it's not an overly large miller table, but it's a very good little table for what I'm going to do. And you don't need a big table to make it work. Now, as soon as I fired this up, I saw some little shinies that were already in there from the last time I worked it. We're going to do this. Winter abruptly returned to the Rocky Mountains, and I had to make a run for it. Forecast of 6 to 10 feet above 10,000 feet. At 5,000 feet, this is what we got. And while I was gone, out of communication, something tragic happened. The COVID-19 virus seemed to take over the world. And then everything was in lockdown. And I don't know if I'm going to get back to Colorado anytime soon. I certainly hope I do.